Hey yo, it's Chocolate Sam. It's 2021. Told y'all it's a wrap for this globe. Check it out. Way too many reifications of privations. Secular thermodynamics violations. Fuck all these fake as apparent deviations. Globals always flapping their gums, no demonstrations. The black swan murdered the ball with simplicity. Pretend the clowns aren't they all, no specificity. Get with me, get that geometry your model needs. Nowadays, mostly I sound like you're on your knees. Copper please, with no ball to ever show for, nevermore. Been a rap for your multi-line core, scientific, all sicker that they're prolific. Crumble at the daughter flat earth, that's just terrific. My hypothesis, you know, paleo genius. You thought you had it all sewn up like a seamstress. You never see this, you ain't chillin' peeping the Gleasons. The globe model so fucking dead. So many tragedy. All of the pseudoscience of fallacy. Sad to see that was surrounded by such banality. Globe charts step in the court for their arraignment. Gas fucking off all day, no containment. It's automatic. You sound like a fanatic. Your heart's beating out of your chest, no need to panic. Problematic. Anytime there was Socratic, defining terms for you was like dust to an asthmatic or a crack addict. All tuned up.
Alright, so what I was going to do today is share a few videos that I found. So let me know what you think about them. I'll let you know what I labeled them first, and then let me know what you think. So let's start with some PSYOP stuff. So these are videos that I got from TikTok, and sorry about the children in the background. Let's show this.
And UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon. That is the latest term. And if you think this is a bunch of nonsense, consider this. On June 1st, the Pentagon will produce its most complete report to date on UFOs and UAPs. This was at the behest originally of former President Donald Trump, who gave the U.S. intelligence agencies 6 months to reveal what they know about UFOs and reveal it to Congress. This report will include discussions about incidents and sightings that cannot be explained with present-level human technology.
Okay, obviously, well, we know that UFOs are fake and there is no outer space as we know it. So this is, to me, is just an obvious psyop. And I saw this on TikTok. I thought I would download it to share with you guys, so you know what people are seeing on TikTok. And some people, like this guy, are just sharing UFO disclosure things as if it was really interesting that the government's going to give us information of things that we know are not true. So let's move on to the next video. This one doesn't have to do with flat Earth, but
the Roman Empire didn't actually fall in the year 476. Instead, it segmented and formed the Holy Roman Empire. Then in the year 1806, during the Napoleonic War, the Holy Roman Empire dissolved into what is now known as the Roman Catholic Church. The leader of the Roman Catholic Church is known as the Pope, which carries the title Pontifex Maximus, aka the Greatest Priest, which is the very same title Julius Caesar carried himself. The headquarters for the Roman Catholic Church is located in Vatican City, which is surrounded by Rome. Vatican City is a sovereign state, also known as a city-state. City-states have their own separate flags, laws, and a separate identity. And this is just one of the 3 city-states that make up the current Roman Empire, which is now known as the Empire of the City. The other 2 city-states that are in this empire are the City of London and the District of Columbia.
Alright, so in this video, I've heard people talk about this. I haven't researched it myself, but it does make sense. There's a huge connection between the church, the economics, and the financial, all of those things together. Actually, financial and economics are the same thing, but let's move on to the next video. This one is really interesting.
Okay, I have a crazy story and an iPhone trick that you need to try. Let me explain.
This goes into
Under the streets of
how
Paris,
there's
over
underground
200 miles of tunnels called the
tunnels.
catacombs. You can walk for days, and no one knows just how far the tunnels go. But a group of urban explorers used a new feature on the iPhone 12 Pro to start mapping the tunnels in 3D, and the models are wild. Keep in mind, all of this is usually pitch black. The spiral entrance really shows just how deep you are. Everything is covered with graffiti, and each room has a story, like this one where people actually threw raves in the 80s. Like for more.
this was a really interesting video because I know that there's underground tunnels and there's underground structures everywhere. This is a really cool technique that they found using iPhones to map the underground, and as you can see, they go way below ground. And this, I showed this to my wife, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense why they would call it underground raves." So, thought that was interesting. I wanted to share it with you guys. Let's go to the next video.
Bathrooms are still called bathrooms, even if there's no bathtub in it.
Hi, my name is Ben. I have a doctorate in folk etymology, which is the study of how cultural tales and myth influence how we use language. So I feel uniquely qualified to explain this because it's a great story. We don't get the word bathroom from bathtub. We get it from a person named Elizabeth Bathory, who's the most prolific female serial killer in human history. She's the one who the stories about bathing in the blood of virgins to stay young, those are about her. And it was originally Bathory room. There is a phenomena in linguistics called elision or syllabic deletion, where similar syllables get squished together over time. So Bathory room becomes bathroom. And it's named after that because that's where she would kill, bathe in the blood. We don't know if that's true, but then also clean up. And I think that's such a cool story.
Okay, even he says it. I don't even know if that's true. That's a really cool story. To me, it just sounds like this guy's buying some stories that they told him about the bathroom rooms and all that stuff, because they love to interject these really dark and morbid stories into popular culture. Now, I'm not saying that this isn't true. To me, it just sounds like, I don't know, like the really dark stuff that people are doing in the government and stuff like that. So let's move on to the next one, which is a little bit more a little bit different, and it's the mindset of how millennials are nowadays. What I found interesting about that video is that I've had that frustration before of feeling like, oh, you have to do this to do that, and why do I have to do that when I can just do this? For me, the honest opinion is that we're born into the system that we don't really agree with, and we just kind of follow along. And if we don't want at some point step back and plan our future ourselves without any preconceived notions, then it's a lot. This is the mindset that you'll have if you don't follow exactly what you want to do. So, and the next one, it's a little bit more lighthearted. I thought it was funny, but it's also a mindset thing that people have, right?
Remember, guys, if you don't sin a little bit, Jesus died for nothing.
No, that's not it. Oh my gosh. What?
And so this is on TikTok, and you know, it's kind of funny, but
That's the face of disappointment.
you know, there are good things and bad things about TikTok. The good things about it is that it's regular people that you're seeing there. They're not corporate people for the most part. And that was it. Let me know what you thought. I was a little bit nervous about this one because it's my first one. Yeah, let me know what you think. I want to do more of these. I'll keep in mind to save all the TikToks and videos that I find. If you have any information about the things that I said here, whether they're true or not, or what you think, leave them in the comments. I'd love to expand what I went over.